Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today, we're back. We're back with Haikyuu. We're back to one of the greatest sports anime of all time, if not one of the greatest anime of all time. We're back. We're going to be doing weekly episodes, at least while Demon Slayer is going on every Tuesday. Haikyuu are our Tuesdays. Those are our anime Tuesdays. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. So I'm very excited. We're watching OVA 2, I believe. It's the OVA, like Lev Genzan, is what it's called. I was told by a few of you guys, you kind of gave us the watch orders. We're going to be watching this, and then we're going to be going straight into Season 2. So I'm very excited. We obviously watched the Season 2 opening a while back to tell you guys that we were going to continue Haikyuu much sooner than expected. But I'm really excited. I don't know who this guy is. You said you remember this character, but he did kind of come out of nowhere, so you haven't even seen this OVA.
No, I haven't.
Which is really cool. So we both are coming into this blind. And yeah, as always, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, Season 2, Episode 1 is up on Patreon. Feel free to go check that out. If I was you, I'd want to go check it out because I'm excited about Season 2. Anyway, enough advertising. No, if you want to go check it out, it does support us, helps us out. It is really reasonable up there. Either way, though, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. We got lots of anime to watch on this channel besides this one. As always, there's going to be a free link in the description of the actual reaction, and then you can come back here to hear our thoughts, theories, and reviews. Let's just get into Haikyuu OVA 2 Lev Genzan. That was really cool. I really liked that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cool to be able to, even if it wasn't like specifically about Lev, like it's cool to follow another team. Like that idea of like, oh, let's take a pause.
No, yeah,
and like follow Nakoma. It's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. You know,
he's a really interesting character. I don't know what to think of him.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't put my finger on what makes him so unique, but he's unlike anyone that we've seen.
No, yeah, I mean, he is kind of like a mix of like Shoyo and Tanaka or something like that.
A little bit, right?
But I mean, the way that he like didn't come to practice on time and things like that, that seems very different from both Hinata and Tanaka, right?
Yeah.
Because Hinata's always, you know, I feel like the person that's earlier than anyone else, right? All the time.
That's true.
So I'm not sure. It's like a weird mix. It's like a...
Yeah, and I even wonder what that is exactly. You know, I feel like there is something to the idea of like challenging him. Because, like, think about it. When he is challenged, like, he does step up.
Mm-hmm.
But when nobody's challenging him, he's not. He doesn't. And that is a thing. Like, I relate to that. Where it's like, if you don't have, like, that structure or, like, you know, like, oh, you have a coach being like, this is what you need to do. Or even, like, oh, go to school, right? Or it's like, oh, tell me when to show up, and I will show up. Uh-huh. Like, have that challenge. I wonder, because it seems like that's kind of what it is. And it's like... they're just starting to like it's not there yet, but who's the setter's name again? Kenma is just starting to like understand.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, he has that like reach, right?
Yeah.
But it's like he needs to. It's like Kenma needs to set it higher so that he will use it.
Yeah,
right?
but I think it's a literal, but it's also the figurative. Uh-huh. Where it's he has the ability, you just have to push him to get there, as opposed to just being like, oh, you suck, or whatever, you know?
No, yeah.
Which is really interesting. So then now I'm just fascinated to see also how we cover Lev. Like is it just going to jump and then we're going to see him like full form, which would be kind of cool.
Maybe. I mean, I'm assuming...
As the show goes, right? I think that would be kind of fascinating where it's like this is almost like a moment of backstory and then it's like we just see him and it's like, oh, like look how far he's come, which would be kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know though. Also seeing the Haikyuu like us like Carsuno have our little like cameo was cool. That was cool. And it was just with the stupid game, like that was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a big thing that I always think that like when you're playing games and you're getting all competitive or you're not getting competitive, it really kind of shows, you know, who you kind of are, right? Like depending on how you play the game, right? There's some people who are just like laugh about it, don't really care. Then there's some people who are like hardcore, like getting pissed and things like that. You know, I think it's cool that we get to see a little bit of everyone's kind of personality on how they do things.
Yeah,
right?
I have never related more to Kageyama in my life. Which is why I have to stay away from video games.
No, yeah, I mean...
No, but it was just, it's also like, I was rave about the storytelling, but really, like, it was kind of like a clever way of doing it as opposed to just being like, oh, like, let's do a cameo for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
And then, especially because that game actually kind of, like, acts as a catalyst for Kenma. That was a cool way of, like, weirdly, that was kind of like the glue of the episode, almost. Like, it was like that game was kind of this, like, common trope. I don't know. I really liked how they used that as a story device.
Yeah, that's how we kind of started too, right? He was playing the game at the beginning, and it's how we got here. It's another little interesting thing that I want to bring up is the way that, like, I don't exactly know what this is, but Kenma, it seems like, normally he is very perceptive, right?
Yeah.
And he can pick up on a lot. That's why he's so good.
Yeah.
They call him the brain. But surprisingly, apparently, Kuro said that when he gets worked up a bit, it's like he loses that perception or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, frankly, I kind of think the reveal that he gets worked up was, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of his thing that he doesn't.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, I don't know why. I'm trying to relate that to Lev. Like, how was he getting worked up because it was like a challenge to him, maybe, and he couldn't get it?
I think he was just more annoyed at him.
And he was annoyed at him. That's what I was thinking too. It could possibly be.
And it was like
that.
And I think that ties more into like he doesn't respond to that. And that's true. Yeah. Like, as a coach, as a leader, whatever, you got to be able to identify as the brain what makes people tick. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think Lev, he doesn't, he's so positive. He's like this thing, like any of that, like, oh, you suck. It just does not work. And it's not that he's like depressed, right? Like some people, that's how they would respond, right? But it just doesn't actually motivate him at all either. Yeah. And so I think he was just annoyed at him for being bad. And then because that wasn't working, he just got more annoyed and was blinded by that. And so then in him seeing the tail flick, he was able to identify that. And then Lev responded super positively to that. Yeah. Which is really interesting.
It's kind of interesting, yeah. I did expect that from Kenma a little bit. Also, just really quick, I'm not sure how exactly that name's pronounced. It's like, it's spelled in the subtitles Lev, right? And I think it is Lev, but in Japanese, I'm assuming because they don't have just the sound, they picked right? Lev. Yeah. Because they have like la di do de do, like that. Okay. And it's not just the L. So I'm assuming they picked the for Lev. But I think it's just Lev. Like, I think that's how it is.
So phonetically you would spell it like Liev, like Lev? Or am I saying that wrong?
I think that's just how they pronounce it.
Okay, but that's how they pronounce it. Liev, essentially, in English.
But the name is
Lev. So I don't know what to say. Do we say Lev?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just found that interesting because I was like looking at it was saying Lev.
No, and that's
but it was not sounding Lev, right? So I think it's because of that.
I'm just glad that you were confused too, to be honest, because I was like, I swear, if somebody wants to make a compilation of me trying to pronounce names in anime, it's the funniest thing.
I mean, I can't pronounce stuff either, but honestly, I was thinking, like, what I was thinking though, it was like some sort of like Russian weird thing or something like that.
That's true.
Could it be?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's so funny. I don't even think
I kind of want to know.
Don't think about him as Russian.
I kind of want to know because it's like a little interesting.
Yeah. So somebody comment, like, let us know.
I might look it up after too. Yeah.
Or if anybody's Russian.
Yeah.
Heck, that would be cool.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Can you imagine if they just had his voice actor be like just like the most Russian dude on the planet? Like, it just stops being like, oh, Japanese, this like strong Russian accent. No, but I really liked that. I thought that episode was really well done. Yeah. And I think that obviously I kind of knew this was going to be a character study almost, but I like even that Haikyuu creates like that they're able to do that, I guess. I like that this OVA exists, I guess. Yeah. I think it's really cool to kind of like take a pause, and it's like voluntary in a way because like you didn't see it, but it just adds so much to the character, and it's like, oh, we're just going to spend an episode on this character. Yeah. And I think that's really cool.
No, it is.
And I also liked that, once again, we didn't look at him. So the thing, I feel like if you were like, oh, you're going to have an episode about Lev, I would be like, oh, let's follow Lev.
Yeah,
like,
we
no,
didn't.
No, but we're not going to. But it was like third person following Lev. which was really interesting as well. It was from Kenma's point of view.
Yeah, it was from Kenma's
which is a cool... I appreciate those kind of creative choices that make, I feel like, Haikyuu, which could, if you look at the, I guess, the elements that you have in Haikyuu, every episode, just the show as a whole, the characters, everything about it, really, they're the most basic elements ever, but it's like a really good chef or something, where it's like, oh, you got rice and steak? Well, just like, here's what I'm gonna do, and it's like this beautiful meal, and that's really cool because they take these like really kind of stereotypical anime, just story, anything like that, elements, and they always do this kind of unique angle on it, and I think that's so cool. It's what makes it unique, and I think really better than the rest.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. Like I said, season 2, we are starting. I am so excited. It's up on Patreon, early access if you want to check it out. Full length reactions. This episode, season 2, are up there as well. And either way, thank you for being here on YouTube. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We got this new anime channel going, so we really do appreciate any sort of support, like and subscribe, and just viewing. Throw in a comment being like, hey guys, I promise you will answer. And yeah, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you stick around for Haikyuu or all the other things we got. Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, maybe Avatar: The Last Airbender, Tokyo Ghoul. We got a competition going on for those if you want to go check out those openings. And yeah, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. If you stick around, we'll see you all in the next video.